Face the Kraken!
Hey guys, today's video is all about my participation in a collaboration started by the good folks over at Two Family Homestead. Sherry and Daryl are like really good people. They even had me on their channel not too long ago to talk about what we're doing here at Goldshaw Farm. They approached me about participating in a collaboration where various homesteading YouTube channels put together a video about their favorite holiday dessert. The only problem is I don't personally really make many holiday desserts. I don't make many desserts in general. But I really did want to participate. I really did want to support the good folks at Two Family Homestead. So I said yes, and so I decided to try to put together this video. I've been on this kick about reading a lot about both the indigenous people of New England as well as the white people who really started to settle here in the 17th and 18th centuries, really trying to get a sense of, well, how did they live? What were the things that they did? So during the winter, people would eat a concoction that was comprised of maple syrup, cow's milk, and pumpkins. And so they would stew the pumpkins in the cow's milk and add the maple syrup for a little bit of sugar and flavor. That to me sounded kind of intriguing. Those are all staple foods that they would have had throughout the course of the winter. You know, you'd always be able to generally get some milk from your cow, and you know, pumpkins last a really long time when stored properly, and maple syrup is something that lasts forever. So I could easily see them being able to prepare something like that. The way the book wrote about it, it was like this awful gruel that people would have to eat. But when you think about it, especially in our culture right now, you know, what's more prized than, you know, raw dairy milk, maple syrup, and pumpkin flavored stuff. So I figured I'd give it a try. So I was in my kitchen, cooking away, working on stuff, trying to make a video, even though I'm horrible at making cooking videos. I'm generally a very clumsy person, particularly when it comes to cameras. I'm extremely clumsy. And so while I was working and chopping up my pumpkin and trying to roast it and doing all the stuff you're supposed to do, I knocked my camera off of the table that I had it sitting on, and it fell down about, I don't know, 5 feet and hit the floor. My heart skipped a beat.
Well, that's really unfortunate.
So I was really worried that I demolished my camera and I wouldn't be able to make more YouTube videos for all you guys. And that really bummed me out. Because more important than participating in some dessert collaboration is, you know, being able to participate in a community and being able to connect and communicate with people. And so I realized that I would have missed that a lot. And then as I took it one step further in thinking about it, I realized, you know, the most important ingredient that you can have in any holiday meal or any holiday dessert isn't how pretty it is or how fancy it is or even how good it tastes. It really comes down to your ability to connect with other people while you're enjoying it. So I guess this is my long-winded way of saying, as you're making any of your holiday desserts or any of the things in your holiday meal, you know, don't lose sight of the main reason that you're having that meal. And don't lose sight that it's about connecting with those people that you love and care about. So because I'm generally clumsy, and because I'm pretty clumsy with electronics especially, I've developed some skills on how to repair things, especially cameras, over the years. And so I went to work and I was able to fix the camera. And so the video you're watching right now is being recorded on that broken camera. So if you look here, right, the lens is a little bit dented. You know, it's not in great shape. I'm not gonna fetch much value on eBay, but that's okay because I really like this camera. But yeah, clearly it is hurting a little bit. So unfortunately, I've only had this story about the busted camera and some sort of weird pumpkin milk concoction. Oh, and as a side note, the milk stewed pumpkins with maple syrup tasted pretty good. It was kind of weird. The texture was like spaghetti squash cereal, if you can imagine it. And the sweetness of the maple syrup really brought it all together. So yeah, that was our recipe. If you want to see the other videos participating in this collaboration, watch this playlist up here. Or feel free to check out one of our videos down here. And as always guys, please don't forget to subscribe.